Hey guys, welcome to the June market update, and it's going to be a couple of tips in here for people looking to buy and sell in this market, so bear with me. Firstly, I just want to give you a quick update. The REINZ stats have come out and had a quick look at them. Auckland is still up on a year ago, but interestingly North Shore and Waitakere City are down. North Shore coming in at a mil 13 for the month of May, with sales numbers down on last year, and it's taking 41 days instead of 32 days to sell, and at a mil 13 last year it was at a mil and 25,000, so very similar numbers but nonetheless down, worth noting. Those stats are actually going to go up on my website. You'll find them on my blog page there, and I'll also go out as a screenshot in my monthly newsletter, so look out for that if you want to see those stats. You might have noticed my video blog has a slightly different angle to it. I bought a selfie stick. Can you believe it? Look, it's got a little mirror on it. I can even see what's in the mirror. Ah, where am I? Hi guys! It's got a button. It's really cool, but it's kind of pink. Alright, it's rose gold. Alright, so for the two things, number one, some people are able to buy conditional on selling. That means that they'll put an offer in with a clause in it that says they have to sell their property by a certain date. What we're finding in the market, people in our offices talking about this a bit with their clients who have properties to sell, and they're hoping to go ahead with buying another one, is that with the market being a little bit tricky at the moment, people don't always know exactly what their property is worth, and they are perhaps basing their views on what their home is worth on old data. And it's important that if you're going ahead making a purchase conditional on selling your own, that you know what yours is worth, so you're not going to go down a big long road of spending marketing money and investing in a campaign when you might not be able to achieve what you want. It's always good to be able to shade that on the lighter side a little bit as well, just so that you can still go ahead with your plans if you don't quite achieve what you thought you might in the current market. Alright, and the second one, and that is that we are seeing buyers in auction rooms bidding up to a certain level and not going quite as high as they possibly could, and in turn they're finding themselves, after the property is passed in, increasing their offer, sometimes under a multi-offer situation where they are doing a tender, blind tender type situation, ending up in some cases we've noticed paying more than the reserve. Where in actual fact if they bid at the auction and negotiated a little more while they were excluding the conditional buyers, and in fact just being there with being there on their own in some cases, they can negotiate a little more strongly with the vendor and find themselves paying a fairly reasonable price. We are finding that properties that pass in are getting priced and often achieving better prices than what perhaps the vendor might have accepted if it had been a completely unconditional auction situation a few days before. So I'd say if you're a buyer and you're in an unconditional position, go for it in the auction and try and secure it there, because you're excluding the conditional buyers. You might just find as soon as it passes in that a neighbour or someone who just saw the property that day who decides they need to get their uncle who's a builder through to come and have a look, or maybe so they've got a property to sell or some KiwiSaver requirements for finance. You might find yourself competing with those types of buyers as well, which you can exclude by buying under the hammer. That might be a good tip for buyers, but it's also good for vendors if we can sell it under the hammer, because it's completely unconditional. It's sold, we can go and put the sold sticker up, and there's no waiting around for other clauses to be satisfied. It's also pretty good for salespeople, so can't see who it's really not helping in that situation. So go ahead and bid away, buyers, and secure it under the hammer. I think it's going to be good for everyone. In the real estate Geek Files for this month, I'm going to show you something that's just arrived from China that I bought online. It's a solar panel, and I'm going to be able to figure out how to plug it into the solar charge controller, and it's something to do with real estate, and I'll update you guys a bit more later. But if someone has got an old car battery or something, I'd be interested in taking it off your hands, as long as it works a little bit. That'd be great. Carrying on with the theme of the real estate geek, I've just been across to the Gold Coast for a 2-day Australasian convention to learn the latest tips and tricks for getting properties sold and everything else that comes with real estate. It was another fantastic experience, my 6th time going over there. Very, very pleased that I'm at the cutting edge of what's happening in real estate. Hey guys, that's it for another month. Thanks very much for watching, and just remember, for all things real estate, give me a call. I'm Scott Mackenzie from Barfoot & Thompson.